How's it going, everyone? Mega Masher is here, and woo! Get this, guys. We are at 100 videos for this channel. Dude, that is amazing. Just the other night, we hit a milestone of 250 subscribers to this channel, and now another side milestone, 100 video uploads. And you know why that is? Is because of all of you guys who watch, comment, rate, subscribe, everything. From the bottom of my heart and all around the fucking grid. Thank you guys very much. You guys are the biggest solid-ass inspiration as to why I have uploaded so many videos since the 1st of April, from which this channel was first born. Hell, it doesn't even feel like last week that this channel was born, and now just we've come so far, guys. We have come so far. I am proud of this channel. I'm proud of this community. I am proud of each and every single one of you. So, you know what? Like, this right here is awesome. This is going to be a very special video. So, enough rambling. Let me present to you my first battle that I have had tonight with Team Central. Woo! Let's get this shit started, baby. So you see I'm on the other side once again. The fuck there, Pokemon Showdown? What are you doing, man? So anyways, I led off with my Gliscor, and I predicted the Ice Beam, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna switch out to my Perfect Cell, and then I take the Ice Beam, and then I trick his Eviolite away from him, crippling him. Now he's locked into a move. I'm like, oh man, this is ace. So I bring out my mandatory testicle, and I'm like, okay, he has to switch out. And of course, he brings out his Charizard. I'm like, okay, this thing's probably going to be Mega Charizard X. Nope, Mega Charizard Y. But I go for the Tail Glow, and I was expecting to take this thing out. Nope, lives with 14% HP. I'm like, oh man, this is not good. And he almost takes me out with the Solar Beam. So I'm like, okay, I can't lose him this early in the game. So I bring out my Metagross to predict either a a Solar Beam or an Air Slash. And of course, he goes for Air Slash. Doesn't do that much about Mega Metagross. He's tanking them hits all day. And I take him out with the Bullet Punch. Now, in comes what looked like a fucking Hitmontop. Man, oh man, the fact that this guy has a Zoroark on the team really fucked me up. I'm like, this is not good. So, I hit the Zen Headbutt, and of course, he's immune to him. I'm like, oh man, it's a Zoroark. He's gonna take my ass out. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this opportunity to bring in my Raikou, my fucking MVP, and just set up Calm Minds all day, every day. This thing can't hurt me. This thing can't touch me. I am just specially bulky all day. So I set up a few Calm Minds, and then that's when I take the perfect opportunity to take his ass down to his Sash with Thunderbolt, and there he is, Zoroark, live and in fucking tricky, just shenanigans. Oh man, this thing caused me so many problems. So of course I predicted him to switch out, and I go for the Crisp Hidden Power Ice. That was solid. I mean, I'm like, you know what? This thing's probably going to switch out, so I'm like, okay. I'm going to use Hidden Power Ice to take him out anyways, and of course, he switched out to Crocodile, and I take him out, so that's like a 2-in-1. And look at this shit! What the hell? What again? Freaking another 1% clutch? Oh my god. Raikou, my man, you are just putting in that fucking great, hardcore 110% work. That is just fucking A, man. And of course, just all over the place. I take out the Hitmontop. I take out the Porygon 2 with the critical hit. Thunderbolt, not that I don't think the Thunderbolt, the critical hit really mattered, but holy shit. So he forfeits. I win this battle 4-2. It was a great game. Holy shit, man. Raikou, not only the MVP for that 1% clutch survival, but also a late game sweep until forfeit. That was fucking ace. This right here just further reiterates why this team is so amazing. Not only is it sentimentally awesome with the fact that my bros from Another Mo's, from Team Central, presented me with this team, but just the fact that this team functions so well. Damn, man. all I gotta say is, like, there's gonna be a huge Rate My Team video featuring this team, but I don't want to spoil it just yet. We gotta go through some more adventures with Team Central. So, that's all I gotta say for this battle, for this video. That's battle number 1. How about we go to battle number 2? Alright! Here is battle number 2, and I've got to say that with the team that my opponent had, I was just like, oh shit. Like, he has the fucking fear strategy. That's basically a level 1 Rat-a-tat with a focus sash, and what it does is, you're obviously going to outspeed it, so you knock it down to the focus sash, it uses Endeavor, gets you down to 1 HP, and then takes you out with quick attack. So, it's pretty much, in more circumstances than not, a guaranteed Pokemon to take out one of your opponent's Pokemon at the cost of its own life. But I'm like, okay, this guy's probably gonna lead it with it, but there was no way in hell that I was gonna let that strategy steamroll through any of my Pokemon. So, rather than just explain this shit, let's just watch this battle. So you see the team preview, and I'm on the left side finally. Thank you. So I lead with my Latios, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trick this guy, ruin his strategy, and of course, he's gonna knock me down to about 4% of my HP with Endeavor. I'm like, alright, I'm a Psyshock yo ass. So, takes his ass out easily. So, I got a 6-5 lead, and here comes the almighty Helix. I thought I was going to be able to take it with Thunderbolt. No, he lives with 5 HP. And he goes for Shell Smash. I'm like, oh shit. Here comes a sweep. Of course, that's what I thought. But then I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Mega Metagross has that priority bullet punch. So I let him take out my Latios. And here comes the Mega Evolution with Mega Metagross. Boom! Bullet punch. Pow, 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 pow! Takes your ass out. And then here comes Bird Jesus. Now, I was able to outspeed it because it didn't get that speed boost until post-Mega. And I ended up taking him out with that Ice Punch, the Mega Pidgeot. And then here comes Venomoth, take him out with Zen Headbutt. And it's just like, wow, Mega Metagross is going to town. Now, I knew he was going to go for Earth Power. I was thinking, is he Scarfed? So I go into my free blowjobs. And of course, free blowjobs with that Levitate is immune to ground-type moves. And the opponent forfeits. So that was a real quick battle. It was only 9 turns. Oh man. But you know what? The reason I showcased this battle is because it featured all Generation 1 Pokemon. And I got mad respect for anybody that dedicates an entire team to a generation. Especially a generation that's as sentimental and groundbreaking as Generation 1. So, I give big props to Don't Be Smart. That's the name of this trainer. I give big props to you, my friend, for going with this team and doing the absolute best you could, but in this situation, you kind of came up short, my friend. But you know what? Like I said, mad respect for the fact that you have a Generation 1 themed team. And it actually looked pretty deadly. I'm like, okay, I was fucking scared. But, long story short, I was able to pull the victory through. So that is battle number 2. It is now time for the next one. Alright, if you guys stuck with me this far in this video, this here is battle number 3. Now, unlike the last battle where it was really short, this one was fucking through the roof with intensity and focus from start to finish. This trainer that I went up against was not fucking around, so I knew I had to be on my A game for this shit. So, that being said, how about we hit that play button and get this epic as fuck narration started? Woo! So, my opponent leads off with Manectric, I lead off with my Perfect Cell, the Latios, and of course, she switches, goes into Chansey. I'm like, alright, I'm a Psyshock here real quick, and doesn't do that much. I'm like, okay, I need to switch out because I don't want to get Thunder Waved. But instead, she goes for the Wish. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, okay, probably has to Protect, so I'm gonna set up my Stealth Rocks real quick. And then, she proceeds to, she proceeds to switch out, and goes into Landorus. I'm like, alright, I predicted either a switch or what, like, for her to stay in. I'm like, I'm just gonna taunt you real quick, so you can't do anything. And of course, Landorus can't do anything to Gliscor, so it's like, cool. I'm in a really good spot right now, but then comes Manectric. I'm like, okay, this thing probably is gonna outspeed me. So I switch out, go back into Latios, and she Mega Evolves her Manectric. I'm like, okay, I can take a Hidden Power Ice pretty good. Does almost half. So I Psyshock the Mega Manectric, lives with 3 HP, and Mega Manectric goes for Volt Switch, and of course, switches out into Chansey. I'm like, alright, cool. So I switch out, and I go into my Drift and Body of the Gliscor. She goes for the Wish again. So I'm like, okay, I just need to take this thing out. So I go for Earthquake, predicting either Manectric come back in, and either hoping that I misplayed or whatever, but that didn't work. Anyways, so Breloom just got taunted, so it can't do anything to me. It can't Leech Seed, stall me, nothing. So it tried to go for Focus Punch. Bad idea, because, I don't know, like, it's probably a sub-punch variation, which I've never tried it before, so I can't really knock it and judge it or whatever. But anyways, the Mega Manectric goes down, and I bring out my free blowjobs, and it's against Rotom Wash, and that Rotom Wash can't do shit to my free blowjobs. Can't do shit to Hydreigon. This thing needs to be in fucking OU. I've said this shit before, but I'm for real. So, I drop a Draco on Chansey, does a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna superpower this bitch. And of course, she switches out into Landorus Theory, and I'm like, oh man! Superpower's not gonna do shit to Landorus, and now she knows my fucking trump card. Now she knows I carry the superpower. I'm like, this is not good. So I switch out, go back into my Drift and Body of the Gliscor. Landorus takes that opportunity to set up Stealth Rocks. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. And I miss my Stone Edge. And Landorus goes for U-turn. Now, luckily, my team is not necessarily weak to entry hazards, per se, but they still don't appreciate entry hazards. So, Rotom Wash comes back into the mix. I'm like, alright, I'm gonna switch out, go back into free blowjobs, take whatever attack, being the Hydro Pump does not do that much to me. And then here it comes. Here it fucking comes. Here it comes. Chansey! Yep, you're gonna get blown back. Dark Pulse, right to the face. Doesn't do that much, but guess what? Guess what? You watching? I'm gonna drop a Draco on your ass. Just to basically have the coup de grace, tell you to go fuck yourself. You're annoying as hell to battle with. So anyways, in comes Breloom. I go for that Fire Blast. Lives on with 6 HP. Yo, that is awesome. And of course, my Hydreigon goes down to Life Orb Recoil, but you know what? It did its job. So in comes my Perfect Cell, and I Psyshock him, he goes down, and it's awesome. Like, I got the lead so far, but the battle's far from over. I'm like, okay, Perfect Cell, I'm gonna go for Psyshock, and weaken the Landorus, and of course it's gonna go for Knockoff, take my Perfect Cell, the Latios, out, and it's like, okay, now the ball's in my field. Now, I can go into my Manectric and threaten it out with Hidden Power Ice, and in comes Rotom Wash, and look at this. Doesn't do that much, but I'm alright, because you know what I can do? I can just set up Calm Mind, because Rotom Wash can't do that much to Raikou, especially with some Calm Mind boosts. Yeah, of course it's gonna burn me, that's fine, that's cool. That is cool, my friend, because burns don't affect special attack. So I'm gonna drop a Wicked Thunderbolt on you real quick. Go for the Hydro Pump, doesn't do that much. And here it comes. Here it comes. Here's where I put your ass out of... Oh, wait, never mind. Switch out, smart man, smart man. And he ends up predicting the electric attack. And I'm like, okay, that's a pretty ballsy play right there, because what if I predicted that? But I'm like, no, I just want to take you out. And then, of course, again. And guess what? I predict him, and that washing machine is out of fucking order. You just got zapped. You're done. You are done for this battle. I predicted that Landorus switch very nicely. And in comes Talonflame, and that Choice Banded Brave Bird fucking annihilates my Raikou despite the type advantage. And then comes my mandatory Testicle, the Manaphy, and I knew with pretty much full health he wouldn't be able to take me out. So I Scald him, take him out, and then that pretty much wraps everything up because I know I'm going to be able to get the outspeed on Landorus. But the thing of it is, I end up having my opponent forfeit on me. So, you know, it was unfortunate. It was a good game, but yeah, the 3-1 victory, it's like, it was still a very good battle. 30 turns of pure epic awesomeness. It was a great game, my friend. I hope that I can battle more trainers like you. So, with that being said, battle number 3 has come to an end. It is now time for battle number 4. Alright, here it is. Battle number 4. This battle, oh man, there was so much on the line here. That being the fact that you climb up in ranking. This was such a close battle, and let's just say that the unexpected happens. Well, I shouldn't really say unexpected, but let's just say the unwanted happens, and, well, just look. Just watch this. Alright, so I lead with my Mega Metagross, and my opponent leads with Conch Elder. I'm like, alright, so I can Zen Headbutt you, but I'm like, nope, I got Heatran instead. And I go for the Zen Headbutt, does a pretty decent amount for a resistant hit. So, I predicted a Fire-type move go into my free blowjobs, and he takes that up real nice. And he switches out, goes back into Conch Elder. I fire off a Dark Pulse. I'm like, alright, cool. Does barely 20%. So I bring my Metagross back out, and Knockoff doesn't really do that much. Go for the Zen Headbutt, take him out. So that puts me in a 6-5 lead. So he brings out his Thundurus. I'm like, alright, can I take a hit? No, I can't. Oh, man. I always have trouble with Thundurus. So I go into my, not my main Electric. What the fuck? That name is really throwing me off. My Raikou. So, in comes Latios, and I Calm Mind. And I'm like, okay, I can sweep from here, probably. So, oh well, especially with the Draco Meteor dropping the special attack. I'm alright. Cool. So, at this point here, Heatran comes in. And I go for Thunderbolt and a crit! What the fuck? That's insane. Heatrans are bulky and tough to take down. So, in comes Mega Metagross of his own. I somehow don't take out Mega Metagross, but Mega Metagross is bulky as hell. Not just on the physical side, but on the special side too. So in comes my Mandatory Testicle, and I'm able to take whatever hit he can dish at me, and I take him out with Scald. He took over half of my health with Zen Headbutt, but I got half my health back, technically. So in comes Thundurus. I'm like, okay, I need to sack this thing. So, it's 3-3, and I'm like, alright, I'm pretty comfortable right now. So I go into my free blowjobs, and in comes Latios. So Latios is being used as death fodder, and he takes that Draco Meteor and goes down, crashes to the ground. And in comes Keldeo. I'm like, alright, you did your job, so I'm gonna sack you. You did your job. Good job. And in comes Perfect Cell, and this is what happens. This here is what happens. So, I go to the Psyshock. He lives with 12% HP. The Prankster Thunder Wave. I'm like, alright, don't get paralyzed, Psyshock. Cool. If I don't get paralyzed this turn, I win this game. And this is what happens. So, he goes for the Icy Wind, and... What the fuck?! That was my reaction. Oh my god, I won't lie to you, man, I was raging. I was fucking raging up and down the roof. My opponent apologized for the fucking hacks. And I just said, I'm like, no worries, man, it happens. And you know what, that's the truth. Like, hacks happen. And that goes back to what I said in, well, actually my response video to Felicify, that, you know, hacks and luck happens in battles as they add that spicy dynamic to really, really add the wow factor when it comes to battles. So you know what? With a battle like this, with a very close 0-1 loss, I'm not at all ashamed. My opponent was cool as fuck. And you know what? Like, it just... Like I said before, it just goes to show that when you battle with opponents that are really chill and have a good sportsmanship about them, you really don't give two fucks whether you win or lose. I don't. I mean, it was a tough battle, and it was a battle that I was sure to win, but I got hacked, and that happens. My opponent beat me fair and square, and I got nothing to be ashamed of. It was a great fucking battle. Great battle. Oh, man. I needed to calm down a little bit after I raged. Like, wow. Anyways, that caps off battle number 4. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you guys for watching this 100 video special upload featuring Pokemon Showdown and the wild adventures of Team Central. Do not forget to leave a rate, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys next upload. Woo!